Look at that white fucking leg. Look at how white I am from the fucking winter. Alright. Welcome to the fucking podcast. It's your host, Pumpkin. I don't even know what accent I'm doing right now. Wow, what a summer it's been already, man. This is kind of spur of the moment. Oh wow, look, a duck. Oh, a family of ducks. Over on the grass over there. It's been a crazy summer so far, dude. Can you go? Can you go? Sorry, I'm in traffic right now. Bunch of cunts driving. It's alright. Yeah, it's been a crazy summer so far. So, as you know, I have the summer off from work, which is great, but my benefits are backed up right now for some stupid fucking reason. So it's supposed to be an easy process, especially for people like me, because it's not like I got fired from a job. It's not like I fucking, quit a job or anything like that. Like, I don't have to fight for benefits. I work at a school. I get laid off. You pay me, right? Because it's coming out of the fucking company's pocket anyway, and they're willing to pay it to retain me as an employee. So, I'm entitled to those fucking benefits, bro. I pay into that shit year in, year out, and when summer comes along, you need to fucking pay up, right? Just because it's a government program doesn't mean that, I'm not entitled to it, man. I pay into it. I want that shit back. So, anyway, I'm laid off. It should be a seamless fucking process, but they have this new third-party identity verification thing that you have to do now, and I did it, right? They give you 5 days. It's not a lot of time, but whatever. It's identifying myself is easy because, I am who I am. I have all the necessary documents. You upload that shit online, bada bing, bada boom, should be easy, seamless, done, we're good. Nope. The third-party site did not update my information on their site before the deadline, right? I did it days before the deadline. I should have been good. Shit should have been up, I even gave them a couple extra days, right? It's not like I waited till the last minute. I had all my shit, all the shit that you have to upload online. I had that 4 days before the deadline. And then they wanted me to do an extra step, right? They wanted me to call them to, complete the verification process, aka extra identify yourself. So I did that 2 days before the deadline. Should be plenty of time, bro. Should be plenty of time. I did it first thing in the morning. Should be plenty of time. If I have till the end of the day on May 17th, then, the morning of the 15th, what the fuck? What are we doing here? So, they didn't update it for some reason. Never updated it. So, I got disqualified for benefits. So I have to go through this whole fucking process, dude. So that means I had to file an appeal. And when you file an appeal, basically, that shit just sits there for a very long time because they do it in order, and I don't know how many appeals they get through per day, but there's thousands of people doing this. So if I'm number 1,000 in line, I don't know, man. Do the math. How many fucking appeals can you do per day? What, 10, 20? Jesus fucking Christ. Like, how long is this gonna take? So, I was like, fuck this. I did my research. I was like, what are my options? What can I do? I don't have months to fucking do this shit. I can't wait. My rent is backed up right now. I gotta fucking pay that. My rent is backed up. My electricity, thankfully, I was able to do enough DoorDash orders to pay off the minimum amount to keep that shit on yesterday actually, which, by the way, you know, I paid by myself again because, you know, my wife just thinks that that's a bill that she doesn't have to pay for no fucking reason. That's a whole different story, though. I'm not gonna shit on my wife. I just want to say it's fucking annoying. You know, I shouldn't have to do that, but whatever. I made the money myself. I paid the electric myself. It's taken care of for at least another month, so we're good. Nothing to worry about there. So I did that. That's a relief. But my rent is backed up. I need money for fucking groceries. You know what I mean? Like for now, the DoorDash thing, it's doing its bare minimum. It's doing its job. You know, I've made a lot. I was able to pay $500 something towards my half of rent, which means, you know, my wife's only paid $400 towards her half for this month. I've paid like $530, I think. So even with her regular job and me having to do fucking this side work, I'm still ahead, you know? I'm still way ahead of her so far this month. So, you know, at first I was feeling guilty, like, oh man, you know, I said it a couple episodes ago. I was like, oh, she's gonna have to pick up my slack because, you know, oh wait, no, oh shit. Oh, well, I guess, yeah. So, sorry, brain fart. I haven't uploaded that other episode I said I was going to upload yet. Episode 21, which I have to upload before I upload this one. I'm getting all tongue-tied because I'm fucking thinking like, oh, I haven't even done that, but I'm going to. So anyway, I can continue. So, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, because the first 4 months of this year, I was picking up my wife's slack. So I was like, you know what? You're going to have to do the same for me, you know, because if shit gets all backed up, whatever. You get the point. But so far, she hasn't had to pick up my slack at all. I've been doing perfectly fine on my own. And I'm going to continue doing perfectly fine on my own. You know, I'm going to get the rest of this rent. It's going to be super late, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? So anyway, my shit's on hold for now, and I had to call the appeals department. They talked to me for like 30 seconds. They were fucking not helpful at all. Oh, yep, just wait for your appeal. Oh, yep, that's it. Nope, there's no one else you can call. Da-da-da. That was it. I was like, all right, well, that wasn't helpful at all. So I took it a step further, and I called the regular line just to talk to somebody about it there, just to be like, hey, this shit's on my account. It shouldn't be there. This is the third party's mistake. All right, this isn't my issue, man. Like I understand that some people get disqualified for legitimate reasons, and then they have to wait a while, you know, because it's like, hey, you fucked up. You gotta wait. I get that, but I should be an exception. I did not fuck up. I did my part. I held up my end of the bargain. And you guys fucked up, right? Your third party fucked up, and you guys employed that third party this year, unbeknownst to me. I mean, it's brand new, right? And, you know, I don't think I should be punished for it. So anyway, fuck, I missed my fucking turn. That's alright, I'll turn around. So anyway, I really don't want, like, pulling into people's driveways, but I might just have to do that. So anyway, your third party fucked up, you fucked up by employing someone who fucking is all fucked up, whatever. It should not be passed on to me, bro. So anyway, so I called them, and some guy was like, yeah, I just want to educate you on, like, what you can do, and da-da-da, and he gave me, like, the simplest solution, which was really, like, not much of a solution. It was helpful-ish, but he was just basically like, yeah, just re-upload your documents, and, you know, so someone will see them, and they'll probably dismiss the appeal and just give you your benefits. And I was like, well, okay, that's mildly helpful, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm still going to have to wait for someone to pick up the appeal, which that's the part that takes months. So you really didn't do anything for me. You gave me a little nugget of info that, I can use and I can put it there, but you didn't speed up my process at all. I'm still going to have the same fucking problem. So anyway, the guy, whatever, he's like, yeah, there's a lot of scam artists out there, and, unfortunately, he's trying to be so cool about it. He's like, they want to take all the bread, and they don't want to leave nothing on the table for the people who need the bread. And I was like, wow, dude, like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm just trying, like, I don't need your one-liners, bro. I don't need you to be fucking, preaching gospel to me, dude. Just fucking shut the fuck up, tell me what to do, and hang up. Like, whatever. So he's trying to be so cool on the phone. It was kind of funny, actually, but I was all about my business, bro. And he's just trying to be like, yeah, I'm just trying to educate you, man. Like, this is what you can do, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, appreciate the sympathy, dude, but, like, unless you're telling me something useful, shut the fuck up. So, fuck, I need more coffee. So I hang up with that guy. I re-upload my documents, and I'm like, all right, just fucking sit back, twiddle my thumbs, and play the waiting game again. So what I did was I called. I had looked online, and someone told me to talk to my local representative, and I was like, that's not a bad idea, right? Like, who else could take care of this shit, could take care of a governmental agency's bullshit than someone who is higher up in the government than them, right? Fight fire with fire, am I right? So I called the local rep, and I got a call back from his secretary, and she was like, hey, you got to call your state representative. You actually have to call the House of Representatives. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Okay, I literally have to call the House of fucking Representatives in Washington, D.C. to take care of my fucking benefits. Like, all right. So, she gives me a number, and, what was it? The next day, I call, and later that day, I get a call back. I left a message on the answer machine. Later that day, I get a call back, and the lady's like, hey, I just need your basic info. Straight to the business, dude. Love it. Straight to the business. Give me your basic info. Give me your claimant ID number. Bada bing, bada boom. She goes, I'm going to call them right now. And they should give you a call today. And if they don't, then because it's Friday, right? It's a weekend. So they don't operate on weekends. So she's like, all right, if they don't call you today, then I'm gonna keep on them on Monday. I'm gonna call them again, and I am going to stay on them about it until they resolve the situation. I was like, fucking love it, dude. Love it, because, dude, you don't fuck with the House of Representatives. You don't fuck with that shit. They have a direct line to them that us regular folk don't have. So I was like, fuck yeah, lady, thank you so much, da-da-da. She's like, no fucking problem. She's basically just saying she's going to be up their ass about it. I was like, fucking sweet. I love to hear it. I told her the whole situation, too. I was like, dude, I'm not even going to lie to you. Fucking, I'm in dire straits here, dude. I have a 1-year-old. I gotta feed. I need money for groceries. I need to pay my fucking rent. I'm in bad standing with my landlord now. Like, I can't be late on rent, dude. That's crazy. The only thing that I have going for me right now is that I was able to pay the minimum on my electric bill. So whatever. It's getting taken care of. So hopefully, in 2 days, on Monday, I'll be getting a call from them. And, if I don't get a call, maybe I'll just go onto the portal and see, my benefits portal, and see if they just dismissed the appeal and gave me my shit. Because I was told from the first dude that I talked to, technically the second person I talked to when I called the regular line. He was like, yeah, they might just dismiss it, da-da-da. So if they get a call from the House of Representatives and somebody looks at my case on Monday and they're like, oh shit, we fucked up, hopefully I'm not going to have to talk to anybody on the phone. Because, bro, that would be fucking insane. I've already gone through all this bullshit. I don't want to talk to anyone else. Look at the case. All right, look at the case and dismiss the shit. You fucked up. You fucked up. The only reason why you would have to call me to do anything is if you're trying to save face, is if you're trying to be stubborn, is if you're trying to retaliate and be like, hey, we're going to make your life a living hell for calling the House of Representatives on us. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully it's just me and my fucking money. So that's been a whole thing. That's, it was stressing me out, but, not to, like, a serious degree. Like, because I know, it's not me. It's not my fault. Like, it's like one of those situations where it's like, you can think I'm guilty, but, like, I know I'm not, and I can prove that I'm not guilty of doing anything wrong. And so, once I prove that, you can go fuck yourself. That's a mindset that I've had. The only thing that was stressing me out is potentially the timing or the timeline. That could be stretched by a lot. And, but whatever. I wasn't stressing about it as much as my wife was. My wife does not handle stress well at all. She's very prone to panicking about things. And here's the thing. It's okay to panic sometimes. It's okay to fucking get to that place where, like, you're super stressed out and you're like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I don't know. It's normal. It's a normal emotion. We all deal with it, But here's the thing. If there is a solution, and that solution's right in front of you, right? It's a tangible solution. It's right there, and the success that you can potentially have is based on how much you're willing to put into it, how much you're willing to, how much effort you're willing to give to fix the situation. I mean, it's really up to you then, right? So in that sense, to me, there's really nothing to get too stressed about, like, I understand, like we're late, and that sucks, but can and will we fix it? Yes, we will. I mean, there's a solution. Like, I understand if, bro, I don't know why when I talk loud, my throat hurts. Like, I feel like I don't know what my real voice is. I feel like I should be talking lower. Like, I don't know. I have like 20 different voices, and I've never stuck with one, and so I feel like maybe I should be talking like this. I don't know, not like that. But anyway, I'm fucking A, dude. I feel like I have ADHD, dude. I can't fucking focus. Anyway, so I just fucked myself up. Anyway, if there's a solution, I mean, and the success hinges on your amount of effort, you really have nothing to worry about, Just motivate yourself to, make the solution happen, and make it come to fruition. But, I mean, my wife she's very pessimistic, a very pessimistic person. Like, if I ever, say anything positive, right? Like try to find a silver lining, or, try to look at the bright side of something, anything, right? She's the type to be like, yeah, but, and then, immediately go to the negative of that thing. She's she's very prone to stress, clearly, and just doesn't deal with stress well. She can't look at a positive without immediately thinking of the negative and thinking that the negative is going to prevail, And I'm just not that type of person, I used to be a very negative person, but I don't know, man. Over my life, dude, like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my life experiences. I lived a horrible life growing up, and I should probably talk about that sometime. But dude, I know how fucking bad it can be. It can be so fucking terrible. And so, with the life that I'm living now, man, it's like apples to oranges, dude. It's like it's night and day. It is. My life now is way better than it's ever been. And I don't know, I guess so. To me, it's easy for me to just look at these as positives, whereas my wife, she has parents who have their shit together. She grew up in a house. I never grew up in a house. I grew up in an apartment. She grew up in a nice town, suburban, right? I grew up in a city, right? I was homeless for a couple of years. You know what I mean? There's a vast difference between how we grew up. So her standard of what's positive is much different, much higher bar than mine, right? My bar is like, hey, if you're doing all right, if your worst is being late on your rent for a month or two, not for a month or two consecutively. I mean, if you were late by a few days last month and you're late by a week or two this month, as long as you pay it, it could be so much worse. You could not have an apartment at all. I mean, if that's your worst, that ain't shit, dude. You're fucking fine, man. You're fine. And so, to me, it's very easy to brush things off. I can handle stress extremely well. Now that I'm a lot more mature and I have a lot of life experience to compare it to compare now, to my past, it's very easy for me to brush things off and to just look at the positives and things. I mean, there's so many positives, right? We have a beautiful, healthy baby girl. She's amazing. We love raising her, right? We have a roof over our head, we're able to feed ourselves, right? And as of yesterday, my electric bill is paid up. You know what I mean? We got the bare essentials, dude. We got a car. It's not bad. To me, it's not bad at all. It could be fucking horrible. But, to my wife, it's like, well, my parents have their shit together this much, and I'm only doing this much. And so, to me, this is fucking, the worst it could ever be. And I'm just like, and so, for my wife, I mean, we also both have some mental issues, which neither of us are currently medicated for. And, she was at one point. I never really was interested in that because I went to a hospital once and they gave me some shit and it just made me feel like shit. And I was like, you know what? I'll deal with the hell that's going on inside of my head. And I mean, I've had ups and downs. But anyway, point is, I deal with stress a lot better, and she deals with it very poorly. And I just wish there was some way for me to tell her that, the standard at which your parents live is a direct result of them having way more opportunities back when they were our age. than we do now. You know, taxes were much lower. The cost of living was way, way lower. The contracts for jobs that they were offered were insane. They were insanely profitable. I mean, her father worked as a produce manager at a grocery store. And by the time that guy retired, his fucking contract, he was making bank, dude. You know, it's just shit like that where it's like, we don't have those opportunities. We're making pennies now. The cost of living is sky high, the highest it's ever been. I mean, back then, around here, you could rent an apartment for fucking a couple $100 a month. Now we're paying $2,000, over $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. I mean, the system is against us. It's designed to be against us, to keep us at our lowest, to keep us at the minimum right now. And so to compare yourself and to allow yourself to facilitate those thoughts into feelings of stress about your own situation. I mean, we're talking about a time where things were much easier, where you could live off of one income. That's not realistic anymore. It's not designed to be realistic anymore. You know, technically, a $2,000 apartment, they want your rent to be 1/3 of what you make. Technically, we're supposed to be making $6,000 a month. Do you know how fucking insane that is? $6,000 a month. They want us to make $72,000 a year between the two of us just to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. That's $36,000 each to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. We had to have both of our parents co-sign on the fucking thing. It's not realistic. It's nothing like how it used to be. And that's the thing, like, you know, they were able to afford it on a I don't even know when our dad became a produce manager, you know what I mean? Like, when did they get that house? Fucking 86 or some shit like that? 85, 86? He might not have even, but off of a grocery store employee's salary and a preschool teacher's salary back then, they were able to get a fucking 2-bedroom house. 2-bed, 2-bath house. I mean, come on now. What are we comparing, you know? And maybe it doesn't all have to do with just, you know, comparing it and allowing that comparison to stress you out, right? Maybe it's like she just has bad stress management just naturally, right? Mentally, just can't handle it. I get that. I was that way, right? But I don't know, you know, in recent years, like, instead of crumbling, I've just realized that it's not, if there's a solution, it's not going to do you any good to stress about something where at the end of it, things are going to solve themselves. I mean, it makes no sense, right? I mean, you're killing yourself. You're shaving years off of your life, panicking about something that has a definitive end. There is a light at the end of this tunnel, and you're going to get there. All you have to do is have patience. All you have to do is literally wait. It's just a timing issue. That's it. But once you get there, the problem is solved. So panicking is not, it's not producing any progress at all. It's just hindering you mentally while, you know, I mean, the inevitable, I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's the inevitable, and the inevitability is that the thing is going to solve itself. There's going to be a happy ending. So to stress up until that point, you're just shaving years off your life. You're just creating undue stress. It just doesn't make sense at all. Like, I'd understand if it was a hopeless situation, right? But it's not. There's a solution. And so, you know, in the last few years, I've been able to put that into perspective a lot better and understand that if there's something that you can do about something, then stressing yourself out about it, you know, throughout the duration of just the time that it takes to get there, it doesn't make sense. It's not doing anything for you. It's not anything positive. The solution is going to be positive, but you're just negative all the way up until that day, right? And then on that day, you'll finally be like, oh, All that stress for nothing. I can't even tell you how many times I've said, all that stress for nothing, right? The problem got solved. It was always going to be solved. But, we had to, live in hell up until that day for no reason. And, I just wish, and I'm not shitting on my wife. I just wish she was able to handle it better. I wish she was able to take this into perspective. But, I feel like when I say this, it's kind of through one ear and out the other, because her brain just isn't working that way. There's like a block there. There's a blockage in the filtration of these stressful feelings. It's like, it's going to get better, but it's like the ears don't hear it. The brain just thinks, fuck, things are bad now. Shit, I hate everything right now. But you just got to have patience. Anyway, I don't want to beat this thing to death too much. I am almost home right now. I got to stop at the store. But hey, guys, thanks for listening. I'm going to be dropping a ton of these this summer. So I actually have two episodes in the boot now. So I don't even have to record another one of these for a few weeks. So, I got nothing else to talk about. I'll talk to you in a couple weeks. See ya. And we'll have updates. We'll have updates on this whole fucking situation. I'll let you know how it turned out. It's all right. I'll see you guys. Bye.